there comes a time where you just need to speak up. And for me, that time is now. And it's regarding a YouTube channel called On the Pulse with Silki. She has a YouTube channel. She has been making videos since April of last year. And for the past few weeks, she's really been pouring out videos about Iceland. And the problem is there are a few problems with her videos. One of it is that it's just so many factual errors. Um, she she's not Icelandic. She's not a geologist. She doesn't have any credentials except reading newspapers or news websites that probably she's Google translating or something, because most of her information is in Icelandic. So she's Google translating and relaying that information, and often just fear mongering. And I just feel she's really presenting the news in a very incorrect way, sometimes factual errors, sometimes just misleading, or yeah. And what I want to do is go back to uh, her last around 20 videos and just take one by one and go through it and correct it. Make any corrections that I feel are need to be set. And the only credential that I have to do this is that I'm Icelandic and I know the area, and I think I have some basic understanding of how earthquakes behave, and volcanoes. Just some basic level understanding. I'm not a geologist or anything like that. So if I do make any mistakes, please do comment, and I will post a correction in my next video. Not the next video, because I'm pumping out now 20 videos or so. Why I'm doing less 20 videos? It seems on February, what was it, February 2nd, that February 12 days ago, February 3rd, she started deleting lots of videos. And you can see that on socialblade.com. If you look up her channel, that her view count just drops on that day. And there were lots of questions in the future, the next few videos, where they were asking why is her videos disappearing. And as far as I know, she never acknowledged it. At least she didn't put it in video. That and I don't think she commented on it. But I have a suspicion, or I'm 99% sure I know why. Is because she was using lots of copyrighted video, both copyrighted videos and photos. And there are cases where you can use copyrighted pictures and videos, but she was doing it in a totally, illegal way. If it's fair use, for example, if you're reviewing a movie, you can show clips of the movie and talk about it, but you can't just show the entire movie. That's copyrighted. You can show pictures from Wikipedia because they have Creative Commons license on it, but you have to give credit to the photographer. You can't just take a photo of Wikipedia and use it in your video without giving credit. So she was worried. I'm pretty sure what happened is that she was worried that if she gets 3 copyright strikes on her videos, her whole channel will be deleted. So she just deleted lots of videos that she was worried she will get copyright strike, and now she's using stock photos, that are not copyrighted, which is good. I mean, follow the law and don't infringe of people's copyright. But that's why the lots of videos are missing. So I'm going from February 3rd and onward. She's very prolific. I mean, around 2 videos a day. So I'm not sure how many videos I can pump out. I'm trying to do as many as I can. This one is 17 minutes. I just edited it out, just chose a few clips that I think are relevant. So let's start with the video. As I said, these are just clips from the video. The entire video of hers is in the description.
But we've also seen earthquakes in number 4, the Krzyzowiec system. So the geologists and volcanologists have also reported that this system is waking up, and we definitely know that it is waking up because we've seen already like 2 eruptions in the proximity of the Schwarzenegger area and around and inside of Grindavik. So that has definitely woken up.
So it's very confusing. What is he talking about? First he says Krzyzowiec, the scientists are saying that it is waking up, and it is definitely waking up, Krzyzowiec system. Then she says it is waking up because we've seen eruptions in Schwarzenegger. Well, Schwarzenegger is a totally different system. There are connections between them, they are very close together, but saying that Krzyzowiec is definitely woken up because we've seen eruptions in Schwarzenegger, that's just wrong. As I said, I'm not a geologist, but at least I know that. That's let's continue.
Are they worried that this might create too much panic? Although Thorwilder hasn't said this in a way to fearmonger or create panic, he says we need to be prepared. He didn't say I expect that to happen tomorrow, although it is possible because there was a 3.1 earthquake, a 2.9, a 2.8, another 2.8 just within the last few days.
Let's think about this. She mentioned that Thorwalder is not fear-mongering, he's not saying it's happening tomorrow. And then she goes on to say, stating from herself, well, but it is possible that it will happen tomorrow because of the earthquakes happening 2 point, I don't remember exactly what magnitude. No, there is no scenario where Krzyzowiec is going to erupt tomorrow. Whether it was 2 weeks ago where this video was took place, or today, or next week, Krzyzowiec is not just going to erupt out of the blue tomorrow within 24 hours. There's going to be magma intrusions, there are going to be uplift, there's going to be consistent earthquakes, lots of evidence before there's going to be an eruption.
So, of course, the earthquakes could just be because the 2 tectonic plates are separating from each other, but the signs are this system as a whole on the Reykjanes Peninsula is waking up.
First of all, I don't know why she's posting pictures from Fjarðarárgljúfur, which is, I don't know, maybe 200 kilometers away. The pictures are so irrelevant that it's laughable, especially when you know the area where they are located. Then she states, we know that the Reykjanes Peninsula, the whole system is waking up. Now, it's only Svartsengi and Fagradalsfjall that have woken up. All of them are connected in a way, and once one system wakes up, it's likely that within next 50 or 100 years, the next system will wake up. But I will post a link to an interview where they were saying that it's most likely that there's only going to be one system active at a time. So now Svartsengi is active. Fagradalsfjall has mostly died down. Now Svartsengi is active. It's unlikely, they said in the interview, that Brennistein's system or Krzyzowiec is going to become active at the same time. Anything is possible, but the whole Reykjanes is not woken up. It's only those 2 systems.
But she says they're wrong, basically. And we know the officials, they're all worried about their tourism and about how bad this looks to the outside, because we have the Keflavik International Airport on the Reykjanes Peninsula where all the tourists come in. The Brennisteinsfjall system has the most popular ski area, the Blue Mountains, the ski area, Blafjöll ski area, that's just at the doorsteps of Reykjavik.
Here she's just totally misrepresenting who Christine is. Christine is not worried about the tourism. She's not a politician or official who is thinking about these things. She's working at the Met Office. She's a professor. You know, they interview her a lot for expert opinion about eruptions and earthquakes and those things. So uh, why is he saying that Christine is worried about the tourism industry? Just it blows my mind.
He also said yesterday, you should not build further east of Reykjavik. Do not more development or another airport, because that airport would have the same hazard level as the Keflavik airport.
This one is funny because he was probably saying that you should not build further west. Either she's misquoting him or he misspoke. It's difficult to tell because he never provides any links to anything, of course. I mean, why would you provide proof of what you're saying? Yeah, it's pretty minor. I don't think anyone noticed, but I thought I would mention it. Let's continue.
And we have fissures that are going into Reykjavik and into Hafnarfjörður and into these areas. So it is a similar situation.
I would like to know where she's getting this information. I never heard of any fissures in Reykjavik and Hafnarfjörður. So what she's talking about, the fissures are all over Suðurnes, but mostly, you know, in the ones we know of are in Grindavik but yeah, where is she getting this information? Please tell me.
Kristen Jonsdottir, the head of natural hazards, she does not agree with the interpretation of these series of earthquakes that have been recorded southeast of Heidmörk last Friday, where scientists are saying they indicate the Brennisteinsfjall system is activating. So because there are no further measurements that would indicate magma accumulation, she is of the opinion that it is more likely that the earthquake can be attributed to movements on faults in the area. But she also does not have proof of that. So it's 50-50 in my opinion.
Well, in my opinion, it's not 50-50 because there have been so many earthquakes on Suðurnes that have nothing to do with magma intrusion or any volcanoes and anything. So I provided those maps here from 2011 till 2023, where you can see a little bit of, throughout the last 12 years, what's earthquakes in Suðurnes magnitude 3 and above. So in 2011, this is 365 days of magnitude 3 earthquakes. There's lots of earthquakes around Krýsuvík. Did that result in an eruption? No. There are some in Hengill, no eruption there. And then 2012, more earthquakes. 2013, earthquakes in Reykjanes and out in the ocean, didn't result in any eruption. 2014, more earthquakes around the ocean, no eruption. Even more in 2015, no eruption. Notice the color change depending on the time of year. So all of these erupted around the summer. Earthquakes happened in the summer. 2016 was quiet, but still lots of earthquakes, magnitude 3 and above, especially here in Hengil. 2017, same thing, 2018, 19, 20, that's where we start really seeing something is happening. This here we can really say there's something happening. 21 eruption happened, 22 another eruption, 23 more eruptions. So just to give you a historical overview, there's lots of things, lots of earthquakes, and not all of them result in eruption.
But Kristen says that it is not time to start talking about magma movements because no measurements indicate that magma has started to move under Brennistein's fuel. So, okay, she says, before we start talking about any magmatic movements, we want to see some records or signs that indicate that these are not just earthquakes. Okay, yes. But if we just look at the last 3 years, almost all the earthquakes were not just earthquakes. They were leading up to eruptions, to problems, magma intrusions, cracks opening, right? So I think this should be taken more serious.
Yeah, we just talked about this. Not all of the earthquakes were leading up to an eruption. There were so many earthquakes in the last 3 years which didn't lead to anything. It was just shifts of the crust. And let's look again at, let's just look at 2011. Did those earthquakes lead to an eruption? Or let's look at 2022. Did the earthquakes here around Reykjanes lead to an eruption? No. Did the earthquakes here around Krýsuvík lead to an eruption? No.
Seismologists and volcanologists, they don't know much about what's going on underneath the earth. That science is not very far progressed as far as predictions and really knowing what is going on.
I do think she's kind of misrepresenting the science of geology and how much we know. I mean, if there's a geologist watching, please feel free to give a comment on this. But there, there's so much we understand, and there's so much that we have been able to protect, and so saying that we have no idea, and it's not true. Um, what is true is that with every eruption we learn more, and it's difficult to predict exactly the date and exactly where it's gonna come up or stuff like that. But they've been able to predict generally where the last three eruptions were gonna happen in Sundhnúkagigar. So they had the general area correct. And it's true that we don't understand everything what's happening, and we don't have all the data because it's underground and it's difficult to get understand exactly what's happening, and there's complicated systems happening. But when I heard that, I felt personally that it's misrepresenting the field, but I might be wrong. You might see it differently. By the way, did I mention how many errors there are in these names? That, I mean, she must have made this map herself, because let's see, Eldvörp is not spelled this way. Krýsuvík doesn't have a Y. Brennisteinsfjöll, that's not correct. Maybe she copy pasted somewhere or something. I don't know where she got this spelling.
But if you see the whole picture, it is out of the question that the Reykjanes Peninsula is waking up. And this is confirmed by several experts.
That's a funny clip to end with. It's out of the question that the Reykjanes Peninsula is waking up. Svartsengi has woken up, and I think she must have misspoke and just not heard herself or something. So that's the end of that video. I mean, she has all the right to make videos about Iceland. She can say whatever she wants. I mean, eh, it's, she has the freedom to do so. But I also have the freedom to criticize her and tell her where I think she was wrong. I mean, I think the first thing is for her to give links to what she's talking about, where she's taking these quotes. If she uses pictures, you know, do it within the boundaries of fair use, and give credit to the photographer if she needs to, and and just try to be more factually correct. And I really don't understand why she's so obsessed with Iceland. As far as I know, she lives in Canada. She's never been to Iceland. Uh, I don't I don't know what degree she has, but she doesn't sound like she has any degree in geology or anything like that. I think she just made this. My uh, observation or guesswork is that she made a video when the big earthquake happened in November, and her videos got lots of views. So she just started pumping out these videos, and the titles and thumbnails are very misleading. It's clickbaity. Um, so uh, I'm gonna go through the next video. Gonna try to finish all the videos from the last 12 days and upload them just to correct the record. So see you in the next one.